Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today's episode I'm going to be talking to you about why Bitcoin is going to be dead by 2021. Yes, you heard me, dead, extinct, no more, gone, bah! Now, I know a lot of you are going to look at this and you're going to say, nah. Well, watch the damn video because I'm going to explain why. I have some pretty concrete evidence as to why I can support this claim that Bitcoin will be dead by 2021. And furthermore, if you want to win one of two Bitmain Antminer S9s, stay tuned until the end because you could figure out how to do that and get some passive income. But some of you are going to accuse me of clickbait. And yeah, I love to fucking clickbait videos. But I always deliver on the promise. I am, by the end of this video, going to show you, if you watch until the end of the video, exactly why Bitcoin will be dead by 2021. No joke. So, I'm going to deliver all that in today's episode. Before we do that, guys, thanks to all the new subscribers. It's so fun to have you. I'm sure I'm going to lose a whole bunch of subscribers by the end of this episode. But I don't care. I'm here to make good videos that are interesting, that you could learn something from, because that's what I do, and maybe entertain you a little bit of entertainment. Also, guys, this video is brought to you by the Monarch wallet. Hold Bitcoin and over 1,900 cryptocurrencies in there and earn up to 10% annual interest on your cryptos, and it's super secure, never been hacked, and someone holds over $700 million in crypto on that wallet. So, anyways, we will get into things real fast. Before we get into things, I just want to say, guys, go take a look down in the comments because you'll see all the people who didn't actually watch the video, but just saw the thumbnail and decided that, nah, Bitcoin's not going to die, yeah. And they write some nasty bullshit about Bitcoin's never going to die, my butt hurts, nah. Well, you can see the people who didn't watch the video by the comments down there. So let's get into this because this is actually potentially a good thing for Bitcoin. Now, over the past couple of weeks, Bitcoin has formed this double bottom that I talked about ad nauseum, okay? And it went up here and then came back down, tested the confirmation line, and then now we're kind of in this little wedge right here between the top of the descending tract we've been in for a while and between this line. Well, guess what? There's probably going to be a breakout there, up or down. There's actually a 97% chance it'll go up. There's a 3% chance it will go down because as you can see here, it's pretty normal for the price to come back down to the throwback point before actually taking off. This is Thomas Bukowski's double bottom setup. However, it should be noted, and this is just a warning for you guys out there, it already touched the confirmation line once. If it touches it again, that's not usually a good sign because down here, he says, watch how far the price drifts down during the throwback process. If price slides below the confirmation price, then the chances diminished trade will be wildly profitable. Price will likely slide lower, not immediately, but sometimes after the throwback recovers. The price will likely be bumpy, or the rise will likely be bumpy, so do your best to get out at the appropriate time. If this stock returns to the confirmation price for the second time without showing signs of turning, then consider selling. So that's kind of just keep an eye out for this because if it comes back here again, it may not be going up in the short term because if you take a look at the volume profile, there's a bit of resistance right here. Even though we're stuck on some support here, I got to break through that resistance. Now, that's going on. But also, check this out. The Bitcoin Gaussian just turned green for the first time in 270 days, and the last time it turned green was pretty close to the bottom of the rise. So potentially, this just turned green. So this also is looking good. So some things are looking good for Bitcoin, potentially 97% chance of gains. Gaussian just turned green. Why am I saying Bitcoin will be dead by 2020? Not just to make a super cool thumbnail image. Well, if you guys remember the Dickening, now you're saying, Randall, I've never heard of the Dickening. Well, you've probably heard of the halfening and the flappening and the floppening. Well, the Dickening. As a matter of fact, there's 507 days, 11 hours, 46 minutes, and 5 seconds until the Dickening. And I hear you're saying, Randall, what is this Dickening? I want to know so much about. Well, the Dickening is when John McAfee is going to eat his own dick on national television. Because if you remember, a while ago, he made a bet that Bitcoin will be $500,000 by the end of 2020 or he'll eat his own dick. Then he said, you know what? No, it's going to be $1 million by 2020, or he'll eat his own dick. It's actually a mathematical impossibility that it couldn't be $1 million. Now, he's not the only person who's predicting that. The Bitcoin time traveler, who traveled back in time, also predicts $1 million Bitcoin by 2021. Okay, so that's two resources who I think are pretty credible. I mean, McAfee, who created one of the top selling security things on earth, and also somebody who traveled through freaking time. Two pretty credible resources on why Bitcoin is going to be $1 million by 2021. But you still don't believe me because you're like, other stocks don't do that fast. It doesn't work like stocks. Well, Bitcoin's not a fucking stock. Get it through your thick skull. It's not a stock. You want to know why? Because pretty much all stocks, they can split, they can create more shares, they can do all types of stuff. And that's why the price isn't going to work like how Bitcoin works. Now, not all stocks function like that. There's one stock that doesn't, Berkshire Hathaway, okay? Never split, never created more shares. And if you take a look at the price, look at this shit. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Look at that. In 1990, it was $7,000. Now it's $300,000 in 30 years. But Bitcoin is going to be more than that because it's the money of the internet and because people learn about shit a lot more. Now, furthermore, I don't think Bitcoin's even going to perform like Berkshire Hathaway, because really what Bitcoin is going to perform like is fucking Black Friday, when people go nuts because there's like 10 flat screen TVs that they're selling for $100, and the rest of them you need to pay $5,000 for the stupid TV, and people go fucking mad. They go absolutely mad. And that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin, because guess what? May 2020, there's a halvening. Not the dickening yet, but the halvening comes up first. Bitcoin block rewards are dropping. People are going to realize, oh, they're running out. There's not that many Bitcoin left. And then they're going to go freaking mad. And it's going to happen again a few years after that. So, you see, once Bitcoin price goes up, and let's just say it'll go to the dickening price of $1 million, or the time traveler price of $1 million, because I think that's a very likely price that it could go to. Well, guess what? You're really not going to pay for stuff with a Bitcoin. You're not. This house there, you could take a Bitcoin in 2021 and you could buy that house. Now, most people aren't going to go buy a whole bunch of those houses. They're not going to be using Bitcoins anymore because they're just too expensive. You can't go buy a coffee with a Bitcoin. Imagine how much change you'd get. So, what's going to be happening at that point? Well, people will start using Satoshis. That's right, Bitcoin will be dead. They'll be using Satoshis. So, I had this conversation with a friend of mine last night, not mentioning his name probably because he doesn't want to be mentioned here. But yeah, he said Bitcoin's dead. And I agree with him. Satoshis are going to be the way of the future, and also bits or ubits. As you can see down here, 100 Satoshis is equal to a ubit. So right now, what's a Satoshi worth? Next to nothing. It's worth 1/100 of a cent. Next to nothing. That's because Bitcoin's only worth $11,355 at this moment. But if we take a look at where Satoshi's value is going, well, right now, worth nothing. Okay, 0.0001. Well, if Bitcoin goes up to $100,000, which is supposed to do this year, still, Satoshis are worth nothing, $0.001. Okay? But let's say the Dickening price, and I just love the name of that price. The Dickening price. Let's go to the Dickening price and find out. Well, Bitcoin's $1 million. A Satoshi is worth a cent. Doesn't that make sense? You think Satoshi thought of that when he was creating things? Potentially, because guys, there's only a fixed amount. This is like nothing we've ever seen before. And furthermore, people are freaking greedy. Everybody wants to get their Bitcoin before somebody else. I mean, all of you who own Bitcoin, you're not doing it for the technology. I don't think so. So, furthermore, it could be even more than that. I mean, if Bitcoin goes up to 10 million, 10 cents per Satoshi. If it goes up to 100 million, $1 per Satoshi. But, I mean, let's say that it goes to the Dickening price, and a Satoshi's worth a penny. Well, let's look at some common things you might buy. $1 million Bitcoin coffee, it's not going to cost a Bitcoin. It's going to cost, now is known, $2.99, but in the future, that'll be 2-bit 99 sats. Okay? A book, $15.99? No, 15-bit 99 sats. How about PS4 Pro, $399? No, 399 bits. Rent, $1,405? No, 1,405 bits. And that is why Bitcoin will be dead by 2021, because nobody's going to be using Bitcoin anymore. It'll be an abstract like thing, but everybody using bits and sats. That's basically it. Bitcoin's going to be dead by 2021. There, I proved it. Not clickbait, in your face. So, I'm sure that all of you were just watching this video to find out how to win that Antminer S9. Well, it turns out if you go to cryptobeatles.com, you could enter to win the Bitmain Antminer S9. All you need to do is enter some information and you could win that, and you could start mining Bitcoin or Bcash if you're really retarded. But Bitcoin, you could start mining that and start making passive income for absolutely free. So you just got to go to cryptobeatles.com, enter your information, you could win that Bitmain Antminer S9. And furthermore, guys, go check out the Monarch wallet. It's pretty badass. I use it. It's as safe or safer than cold storage. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. All right, peace.